Now, we've been talking about the positive things that happen when starting a YouTube channel, but we haven't talked about setbacks. Setbacks are things that can happen because of mistakes you made or something that is completely out of your control. Now, this can range from losing a hard drive with hours of footage on it to having health issues that prevent you from being able to post. It can even be putting in a ton of work only to not get any traction on YouTube while seeing others seemingly effortlessly move up the ranks of YouTube. Now, all these things can be considered setbacks and is something that every single YouTuber will face at some point in their YouTube journey. To prove this, here are some YouTubers that are facing or have faced setbacks on their channel. If you don't know who Roberto Blake is, he is a YouTube creator who gives great advice on how to grow on social media by building your online persona. Now, even with all his expert advice, he too recently had a major setback.
So this is not the video that I wanted to have to make. I had about almost $10,000 worth of camera gear stolen from me. This is something that happened while I was speaking at PodFest. I bought two of the brand new Sony A7 Mark IVs. These are $2,500 a piece for Sony memory cards. Just with the camera bodies and the memory cards, we're already over $3,000 per camera body at this point. So you see where we're going with this.
Another YouTuber that has recently suffered a setback is D4Darius. D4Darius is a YouTuber, director, writer, cinematographer, and producer who put out a film called Unsound, a film about an ambitious young filmmaker who must battle his mother's mental illness and his worst fears to save her from herself and reclaim his life. Now, this movie is actually based on a true story. Now, although Darius has been successful with his work, he also has had his share of issues while being a YouTube creator.
So I've been absent on YouTube. It's been a little over 8 months now. It all started in November of last year. One day I noticed I had some strange balding patterns forming in my hair. I thought it was odd, but I didn't read too much into it. At the end of the day, other people are dealing with far worse issues. I'm done. I'm just done, man. I'm done stressing about this. And then this happened. Over the last few months, it's gotten really bad. I can't even hide it with makeup. Lost a lot of hair, hyper and hypopigmentation on some parts of my face. I figured rather than continue to hide it, why not just make a video about it?
Now, sometimes setbacks on YouTube can be when people simply attack a creator for no reason. And this is the case with the YouTuber Volandis. Now, Volandis is a film photographer who captures life from his unique perspective. Now, he isn't your average film photographer, and this is the very thing that some people choose to attack.
Bro, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, bro. Can I help you?
What, like, why is your Leica on the ground? Is that a Leica?
It is a Leica.
Why is that on the ground?
What do you mean,
Why
bro?
are you loading your Leica on the ground?
Bro, it's my camera. What do you mean?
It's a legendary company. Why would you do that?
I understand, but like, it's my camera. What does it have to do with you?
Photographer?
Bro, what does this have to do with you?
Sometimes being a YouTuber itself can be a setback. You may be saying, what do you mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. Kai Foster is a YouTuber who is a philanthropist and a vlogger. She also offers YouTube editing service and other things as well. Now, even with all the good she's doing, she too has had her share of setbacks.
In today's video, I want to discuss some of my issues and frustrations with being a Black content creator, because recently it's becoming so difficult for me to come on camera and act like I'm having a great time when I'm actually not. YouTube is also how I sustain myself and make a living, and I think that YouTube consistently over the past several years has shown that they continuously put profit over people. As a Black content creator, it is so exhausting to exist in a space that you know does not recognize you for your true worth. It is so exhausting to work with brands that don't want to pay you your worth. It's even more exhausting to see white creators and other non-Black creators that literally thrive off of Black culture sustain and make a living for themselves even after being so problematic on this platform. One of my biggest issues with YouTube specifically is their algorithm. And I think that YouTube could do a much better job when it comes to addressing its algorithm, because while one could argue that it's simply pushing forth what everybody wants to see, it's very obvious and apparent that there's a lot of racial bias when it comes to consuming content. And I think that YouTube could really do a better job at leveling that playing field, because its creators are literally the backbone for its success. Why is all the content that I'm consuming and seeing on YouTube white people?
Where's Da Vinci?
So you may be wondering, what is all of this about? What is the point of this video? Well, the point of this video is that, like I said before, you're going to have issues on YouTube, whether you want to believe it or not. It's just a matter of time. If you haven't had any issues, it's coming. If you have had issues, then you understand what I'm talking about. But the question is, how do you move through these setbacks? How do you get past these setbacks? Like I said before in the past, YouTube is not for the faint of heart. And what I mean by that is it takes a lot of effort, dedication, and it takes a certain mindset to keep going on YouTube. And this is when things are going good. That's just simply because it's a lot of work. I don't think most people realize how much work goes into YouTube to post a video, especially a video that has value and a video that people will like and people will respond to, and a video that people can resonate with. That takes a lot to do that. I mean, I'm not even talking about just recording the video itself. I mean, making up the title, the thumbnail, and the content in the video and shooting it in such a way that it holds people's attention. That takes a lot of work. Now, each and every one of these YouTubers that I just showed you here have successful channels. And by successful, I mean they have people that are following them. They have people who are loyal to them. But the biggest thing is they are doing what they want to do on YouTube. They enjoy it. Now, it's currently raining outside, and there's nothing I can do about that. I can't stop the rain. But what I can do is get inside this vehicle where there's protection. There's a roof over my head, there's doors, and I won't get wet as long as I stay in here. And this is what you want to create on YouTube. You want to create a system by which when things happen, you can't stop them from happening, but you can put yourself in a position to not be overtaken or overcome by what's happening. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this, but one of the ways that I found that works best is to simply have a purpose on YouTube. See, once you know your purpose, then nothing and no one can take that away from you, not even bad circumstances. Yeah, you may get discouraged. Yeah, you may lose gear. You may lose motivation at times, but that will all come back. See, you can replace gear, you can replace your motivation, but your purpose, that can't be taken away or replaced. That, once it's in you, is always there. So one of the things you really want to do when you get your YouTube channel going is to focus on why you are there. Because if you don't know that, all kinds of different things will make you quit, and they're going to make you give up. It's just a matter of time. Now, even when you know your purpose, there are going to be times when you want to give up. But when you have people in your corner and you have people around you who know your purpose and people who value you, the likelihood of you giving up is going to be far less because you have a reason to keep going. So that's my message today, is to keep pushing forward no matter what it is, no matter how bleak things look, no matter how tough things get. Even if you lose a bunch of files like I did, or if your gear gets stolen, or if you are racially profiled, or if there's things happening to you that are unfavorable, If God has created you for a purpose, there's nothing that can stop that. Not an algorithm, not gear being stolen, not losing motivation. None of that stuff can actually stop you. So I encourage you to find what your purpose is and then continue on with your YouTube journey. Now, there's going to be a lot more information that's going to come regarding cameras, the ZV-E10, things like that on YouTube. But let me know what you guys think below in the comments. But until next time, I'll holler at y'all later. I'm out. Peace.